Hey everyone, my name is Bilal Osman and I'm a 4th year political science major here at GLGY. The dinosaur that I decided to study this semester for my final project is on Eolambia caroljonesa. The scientific name is Eolambia caroljonesa. When I first heard the name, I thought it was quite funny, yet interesting at the same time, since the species sounded like a normal person's name. Come to find out, Dr. James Kirkland in 1998 named the dinosaur after Carol Jones, hence caroljonesa, who first discovered the dinosaur. The genus is Eolambia, which means dawn, serene, which are dinosaurs from the Hadrosauridae family. Sorry if I'm butchering any names, I apologize in advance. The species is caroljonesa, and it's the only species of Eolambia. To the right, we can see a reconstruction of the head of Eolambia caroljonesa. Eolambia caroljonesa belonged to the Ornithischia clade, that being its largest clade. This clade can be classified by its large beaks at the front of their jaws, large and heavy skulls, rows of leaf-shaped teeth covered by elastic jaws, probably meant for chewing plant debris, and they were predominantly herbivores. The middle clade that Eolambia caroljonesa belonged to is the Iguanodontia clade. This clade is classified by its long snouts, developed grinding tooth batteries, stiff trunks and vertebrae, and hooved fingers. And finally, the smallest clade that Eolambia caroljonesa belonged to is the Hadrosauromorpha clade. The hadrosaurs are just large to gigantic iguanodotoids that are classified by the large gap between their beaks and dental batteries. They are semi-quadrupedal. They have missing thumbs, 4 fingers at most, and they have elongated snouts. My dinosaur E. caroljonesa lived approximately 100 to 94 million years ago, during the lower Cenomanian stage of the Upper Cretaceous. To the right, you have an image from the geological timescale found on D2L. The age dates being 100 to 94 million years ago, the geologic period being the Cretaceous period, the geologic epoch being the Upper Cretaceous, and the geologic stage and age being the lower Cenomanian. Here I've provided a map of what the world may have looked like during the late Cretaceous, and the red pin is supposed to represent the approximate location of where the dinosaur lived, which would be modern-day Utah. Eolambia caroljonesa is known from copious remains, and its fossils were mostly isolated, found in a rock called Mississippi member of the Cedar Mountain Formation in eastern Utah. The climate of this region was obviously very humid and warm, with the surface temperature ranging from 40 to 50 degrees Celsius. E. caroljonesa's habitat was largely short to wet seasons on floodplains and prairies and even forests. It spent most of its time grazing and feeding on varied ferns, flowering plants, and even algae. As a herbivore, Eolambia caroljonesa was constantly living in fear from predators including crocodilians. Because of the cyclical climate conditions, there was an abundance of aquatic life, and thus crocodilians were constantly surrounding and feeding on Eolambia caroljonesa. For more information on this dinosaur, please take a look at my poster that I have attached to my discussion post below. Thank you for listening, and best of luck to everyone.